How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massive Beer Reviews back with yet another review. A little bit of Hudson Valley for your viewing pleasure today in the form of their Sour Farmhouse IPA, Good Old Neon. Yeah, Hudson Valley, it's been a bit since I've done one of their beers. But I actually went to a concert at Newburgh Brewing the other day, a couple days ago. Coheed and Cambria did like a small acoustic set there. It was really cool. I ended up getting into the brewery before they opened the doors and got to kind of sit around and watch the band do sound check and all that fun stuff. So it was absolutely fantastic. And when it was over, I headed out and I stopped at Hudson Valley Brewing because it's only about 13 minutes away from there. And it was awesome. I always have a good time going there. But it's been a while since I've really been there. It's been, God, I don't remember the last time I was there, actually. But I've been going for a while. I'm just kind of on and off. But the last time I went there, they were still kind of doing a lot of like crazy over-the-top, like lactose-fruited sours and stuff like that. And it seems like they've kind of dialed it back a bit. They had a nice kind of 3% table beer, and they had their great little Pilsner they do, Feel No Way, and a bunch of small kind of more funky-driven rather than kind of sweet, fruity edition beers. It kind of turned me on. So I grabbed this one while I was there. Figured it'd be a good one to kind of do, and here we go. A little bit of dirt on the top. Give it a crack, see what she's got. I did take a heartburn pill. Hudson Valley tends to give me the old heartburns quite a bit. So they do have a nice acidity to their beers. Oh, look at that. Big back fuzzy floating around in there. That makes all the sour beers taste better. Anyway, weird. I wash these glasses, but we have a little bit of dirty glass mafia going on. And, yeah, I mean, she's got a soft acidity to her. No, soft acidity. Can't even taste it yet. She's a soft feel to her. I was talking about the acidity in my heartburn because I'm an idiot and words are hard. And it had like a decent pinky finger of a head, but that's dissipated really quickly. So she looks more like a hazy IPA than anything else. Now, you're talking about a sour farmhouse IPA. Sure, that kind of works too. But yeah, poured a little bit too much in there, but she is what she is. So it looks more like fruit juice. Let's get a nose. Yeah, honestly, to me, it smells exactly like a nectarine skin. To me, it's got this soft kind of skinniness to it. A lot of these kind of farmhouse, like wild, funky sour beers tend to come off more like a fruited skinniness to me. That's the way this comes off. Yeah, and it's got a nice sweetness to it. There's almost a little bit of soft, like soft bubblegum, soft banana vibes going on there. So you get that kind of soft, kind of almost like Belgian, like funky farmhousiness going on in there with that nice, rich kind of fruitiness. Not overly tart, not overly like aggressive in the nose as far as sour goes, but it's got a nice sweetness to it, a nice fruit component, even though there's no fruit in it. And coming in at 6%, it's not the biggest beer in the history of mankind, but still, we'll see what he's got. Cheers. Yeah, that's Chuggers right there. It's got almost a wood-like component with how dry that yeast comes off. If you told me anything, I would say this was actually sat at wood for a bit. That's how the dryness plays, and that's really fucking cool if they're getting that from a non-foeder beer. It has that kind of nectarine kind of skin, that peach fuzzy kind of skin thing going on. It's got a fruitiness to it that's not over the top. It's not overly sweet, and it's not artificial. It's definitely more of a legit kind of fruit flavor, even though, again, we're deriving that pretty much from all the yeast components in the beer. And it's got a nice sweetness to it. There is a soft bittering to it, and the mouthfeel is really nice. It does still kind of remind me of kind of a soft kind of nectarine kind of peachy kind of juiciness in it, in a way that's pretty fucking cool. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff that is perfect for this kind of weather. I say that a lot with a lot of beers, but I think that's kind of right when it comes to a lot of beers. There's the stuff that I dig anyway, more often than not, is outdoor beer. Like, I like positive impact from relatively low ABV beers more times than not on a lighter scale of things. And that's exactly where this beer kind of fits in wheelhouse. It's tasty, it's delicious, it's doing what I want it to do, while at the same time not being overly aggressive, letting me be able to drink it and let it be something that if I wanted to have another can of it, it's not going to go sideways. Sure, there's enough acidity to it, even though it's not overly sour, overly tart. There's enough acidity to it to where it's going to probably give me a little bit of the heartburn vibes, but that's why Jesus invented heartburn pills, so we're good in that aspect. Just tasty all around. This is the stuff I think you typically find in, you know, your 375, 500 milliliter, even 750 format bottles at $20, $30 a bottle. But you're finding it in a kind of 16-ounce can, and I think I paid, I don't know, 14, 15, 16 bucks for a 4-pack of this at that price point all day. So let's cut to that chase. So we talked about what we want to talk about. Is this one of the better kind of farmhouse beers, farmhouse IPA as they would put it, even though I didn't really even talk that much about hops. I might be getting those kind of fruited vibes from that hops. I believe it's more yeast driven, but one of the more kind of farmhousey, aggressively hopped, I guess you would say, because that's kind of where it lands for me more than anything else that I've had as of late. Yes, works for me. A nice reminder of what I really dig about Hudson Valley, and to walk in and have these kind of beers readily available as opposed to the stuff that they were doing for quite some time is just exactly where I'd want them to be. I know a lot of people that have kind of poo-pooed on them because they've departed. I don't want to say they departed from doing a lot of those big fruited sours, those lactose IPAs, those big sugar, what do they call, sweet tart versions of IPAs. Not that they don't do them anymore, but that was their kind of thing for quite a good portion there. And while I like those beers, this is the stuff that really turns me on. I know a lot of people have been like, oh, they've fallen off. No, they haven't. They haven't fucking fallen off. It's just they're not making fucking baby candy anymore, or not to the extent of that's all they're doing. Value and availability, like I said, it's right around the $15 price point. I'll do that all day long and leave you with, if you like, what will you like this beer? If you like sour IPA, but you also like a bit of farmhouse in your life. It's going to be more farmhousey, more saison-y than a sour IPA, but you're going to get best of both worlds. The hops come off far fruity than overly bittering, and it just ends up being something that is just kind of a nice, well-done kind of, new school. Hudson Valley saison, if you will. Not necessarily them, but the area, I guess you would say. That a lot of people are doing nowadays, so they do it and do it quite well. So for those things that you're into, this is going to do you proper. There you go, another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive if you want to check me doing the whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a nice little sour jammer right now. We'll hopefully see you next time. Cheers.